Hey, what's up guys? It's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit, but today I figured I'd get on here and show you this really pretty Valentine look that I've created. I created it on my own. It was a Valentine's Day makeup challenge on this awesome makeup website on Facebook. So I'm just going to try to recreate it for you. I'm pretty sure I remember all the colors and everything. And I hope this will be a fun look that you can recreate at home because I know Valentine's Day is on Sunday. So we're just going to get into it. So as usual, I've already done my eyebrows and I actually put on my foundation. I know my foundation probably doesn't look like I put a lot on. I'm not going anywhere. So I didn't put like a lot, but just enough to smooth out my skin and everything and make it look nice. I prime my eyes. I also prime my skin with my primer and concealer, moisturizer, and all that stuff. So I'm trying to keep my videos a little short. I know they run a little long, but even if they do, I hope you'll stick with me. And if you really enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And we're just going to get started. Now, the palette I'm going to start with today is, of course, it's one of my favorite palettes now, is the NikkieTutorials palette. And of course, you've seen it before, so I don't have to give you all the details, but it's one of my favorite palettes now. The colors are amazing, and this is going to be the palette I created my Valentine look. I might deviate it a little bit. I might add a little bit more shimmer than I did in my last time I did this, but we're just going to get started. And just as like a transition color, I'm going to take this color right here. It's very light. You probably won't see it much, and it's called Basic Toot. I'm going to take a little bit of that on my brush. And what I'm going to do is start putting it in my crease. But what I'm going to do is go about 3/4 of the way in like this. I'm not going to go all the way in this section because I'm going to use really pretty pink in that area. But I just want to, a little transition color. Give the other colors something to hold on to. Just so my lid isn't too bare up there. And I'm not using a lot of product. I just want just a little depth right there. And I'm going to deepen it up later with another shade. But I just like to have a little something up there to get started with. And if you go too far over here, it's okay. The color I'm going to use is going to be this really, really pretty pink. And it'll cover that if you go too far in. This is a different kind of look. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure you watch other makeup tutorial videos. There's a lot of them out there. And I actually enjoy watching them myself, so that I can get ideas and tips and stuff like that. And being a new makeup artist, I really got to practice. And I don't always have the time to practice. And I know, like, if you're like me, when you're stuck inside, the last thing you probably want to do is put your makeup on. But I figured I'd just get on here and just give you guys something fun to watch. I know you can barely see this color, but it's there. I just want to put just a transition color, just so that when I add the other colors, it'll have something to stick to. Okay, now the next shade I'm going to go in with is going to be called Bend and Snap. It's this color right here. It's a really, really bright pink. Let's see, gonna move my stuff around here. Up. Just making sure I have this. I'm lost without this. This kind of gets rid of any shadow on your brush when you go to switch colors. I'm kind of a little bit unorganized today, but that's okay. I hope you'll still stick around and watch the video. I'm trying to get better at this, and I figured the more I do them, the better I'm going to get. So we're just going to dip into that pink. You always want to tap off the excess. And what I'm going to do is go right here in the eye socket and just bring it up to where we put that other color in the crease. So it's going to start almost like right in your eye socket, and I'm just bringing it up. But I'm not going all the way across. I'm just putting it right here in this section right here. And you just want to make sure you blend it out. I use little circles, little windshield washer movement going on there. And I really like this pink. I know it's hard to tell, but it's a really, really bright pink. And it could be because I'm so pale. I really got to pile on the makeup for you to see the effect. As you guys already know, my setup's not the best and the lighting and all that stuff, but I'm going to keep going. And I get a little bit. I forgot my tissues, guys, so I'll be using my finger, but it's always good to have makeup wipes or something. But I believe I went in with the next color, so we're just going to do that. Sorry for that, guys, for the confusion. The next color I'm going to go in with is this color Mackay, and what I'm going to do with this shade, it's a really bright red, which I think is perfect for Valentine's Day. And what I'm going to do is put it just in the center part of my lid, and I'm going to pack that on, work it up a little bit into the crease, but not too much. Now, I have hooded eyes, so it's really hard sometimes for me to get in there. So if you can see, I might be going into the crease a little bit, but it'll be okay because when I add another color into my crease, it'll blend in all nicely, hopefully. But I'm just packing that on, just on the center part of my lid. Now, when you do this, it's better to just take your time. As you can see, I'm just working the color in, just doing it a little bit at a time. And we're just packing that on. Now, I know it looks a little messy right now, but once we blend everything in, it's really going to look pretty. And then we'll do the other eye. And hopefully, I got my makeup mirror here, so hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. I have a light behind my cell phone that I use as a camera. And eventually, I really like to get a nice setup, but those cameras, I've looked into them. They're very, very expensive right now. But I think once my YouTube channel is more successful, I'd love to be able to get a really nice setup. So it would help if you subscribe to my channel. One of these days, I might have to do a gift offer or something. I don't know anybody, if you have a YouTube channel, and I know I put this out there before, and you have any suggestions, any tips, like how you get started, any suggestions to improve, they'd be greatly appreciated. Blend that in. So I really appreciate your support, that you stick by me, and my goal is to get really good at this and make these videos, awesome makeup videos that everybody can follow along with and enjoy. All right, I just wanted to add a little red there because when I blend, sometimes the color disappears. So I think I have to just do a little touch when I blend it in. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go into the lid color. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a half cut crease because I want the shimmer to pop. So I'm taking a little bit of my concealer. This is a concealer I just started using. It's by Flower. And it's a light illusion concealer. And I really like it. It's really nice. It's very creamy. So then I'm going to just use a tiny bit, take my time. And I know it goes into the red a little bit, but I'm trying to get that shimmer color. Yeah, see, sometimes I have issues with my makeup. Because I'm a little older than a lot of I think the girls that do the makeup tutorials. So I'm still learning the cut crease and everything and trying to get better at this. Sometimes my anxiety gets in the way and I get nervous and I make mistakes, but I'm just willing to keep at this. I don't want to give up. I enjoy doing this. It just makes me feel good if I can make someone else's day happy. And I love makeup. But I'm going to be honest here. I know I probably said it. I'm over 50. So because of that, my eyelids and stuff have a little crepiness to them, so it can be a little tricky for me. But I'm hoping that there's other women out there that could be over 50, and if this helps, you know, that makes my day too, if I can help somebody else. Because I will always wear makeup as long as I can, because I love makeup. I think it's fun. It's a great way to express yourself. Now, I'm just doing that little bit. I think I'm going to add a little more. It's just a little tricky because there's a little bit of red. So I'm trying to make sure I cover that red up because we want to be able to have that real pretty shimmer on here. There, I think that'll do it. Clean up that brush a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with another color. And I'm going to grab... I'll be more prepared next time. We're just going to forget about it. I usually like to put a little glitter glue on my eyes when I do it, but I misplaced it. I got to get more organized. That's another goal I need to have. But anyway, let's just keep going, guys. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is take a little of the basic Toot on a very flat brush. And I'm going to put that right over where I have the concealer. And I'm going to pack that right over the concealer. Now, it almost looks like the same color, but it's a little... It's like a nude shade that I already used before. It was the first color I grabbed. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glitter. And this is something you can use your finger or use a brush. So I'm going to use, this is actually a concealer brush, but I'm going to use it. And what I'm going to do is just spray a little setting spray. Let that dry a minute. And then I'm going to grab a really pretty pink glitter. It's called Roxy Catan. It's this shade right here. It's really, really pretty. It's very shimmery. It's very faint, but it has like pinks and golds in it. And I'm going to just add that right on top of the basic Toot. Now you see the brush. Sometimes the brushes don't work as well. So I think even though I put spray on it, primer spray, I think I'm just going to grab a little bit with my finger and dab that on. As you can see, I grabbed a little too much, but that's okay. We'll blend that all in. Yeah, the brush doesn't always seem to work. Oh, can you see that, guys? I'm going to put a little bit more on my finger when I go to do the other eye. And if you can see this, this is how pretty and pigmented it is. You can see pink, gold. You can see, it looks like a few different shades in there. It's really pretty. It's one of my favorite shimmers in this because it's just subtle, but it's really pretty and it's got just enough sparkle. And this would be great for a date night. And you just blend it right into the red. And I know a little bit goes up where I don't want it because of my hooded eyes. Sometimes when I close my eyes, it just kind of goes where I don't want it to go. Okay, now the next color, I'm going to use a different brush. And it's like a crease, it's an angled crease brush. And this is by Vizio. You guys know I took my makeup class, so I grabbed one of their brushes. I'm trying to save these because these are for like my makeup artist thing. So when I do makeup for people eventually, that would be my goal eventually. But just to be able to even do my videos better and everything. But these are really nice brushes, and I have to be careful only because I got to make sure they're really, really clean. And there's something I have to clean on a regular basis when I go to use them on a customer. So I will always have clean brushes. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to add some black. And NikkieTutorials does not have a black shade, so I'm going to go in with my Morphe palette. This is the Morphe Artistry palette. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade right here. It's a black shade. And you go in with just a little bit at a time. Sometimes it does get a little messy and tricky. But this is a color I did use. You just want to put a tiny bit on an angled brush. Now what you want to do, sometimes it's best to hold your eye a little bit. Be very gentle. And right on the outer corner, you want to add just a little bit of the black. And then work it into the crease. And you really should have an angled brush because this makes it a lot easier to get it into the crease. And I'm going to blend that all into the red. Just a little bit. Because it just adds steps and just makes it a more dramatic look. I'm using very little product to start out with because black is such a tough color to work with. And as you can see, I'm going over the red a little bit, but I will fix that up a little bit. The tricky part is I'm going to be true through, when I go to do my eye makeup, my eyes are very tiny. So sometimes when I try to do a bunch of different colors, it's a little tricky for me. So I'm just putting a very light amount of product for the black, and I'm really just making sure I blend it all in. And this angled brush looks really good. So I just work with a little bit of product at a time. It does take a little longer, but it's just, I don't want to make a big mess out of my eyes. And if you can see, that looks really nice. And I put just a bit, just to add some depth and drama to my eyes. To me, it looks darker. I don't know how it looks on camera. Okay, now we're going to do the other eye. And this brush really works really good. You don't have to get Vizio brushes. The only reason I have these is because I took the program, but you can get any kind of angled brush at your local CVS, Walgreens, wherever you buy your brushes. I'm sure Morphe has some. I get so many different kinds of brushes, and I would like to get a little angled brush that's a little smaller than this, but this is going to work. And as you can see, I'm just using a little bit of product at a time. I do like to use my finger to blend it out because I don't want to take off all the other colors that I just put on. So I am going to blend it out with my finger a little bit. And I don't know, this is a Morphe palette. I think the black is not as pigmented as I would like. It's not, I'd like it to be even darker, but it is what it is, and this is what I'm using right now, and I'm not gonna just, you know, stop and go grab other blacks. I do have other blacks in different palettes. Okay, wipe that off. All right, now we're done with that one. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with the red, because it looked like I took some of the red off. And I'm just gonna, hold on one sec, I gotta blend that in. You can use a brush, but I sometimes like to use my finger. As you can see, some of the red's gone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with the red and put it right back where I had it. I know I probably used a little bit too much black, so I'm just gonna go back in with some red, so I can go over the black, because I got rid of it a little bit from using the black. I mean, this look isn't totally perfect, guys. Forgive me for it. Yeah, I used up a little bit too much black. So I'm just going to go back in with the red. I need bigger eyes, guys. Yeah, the black, my eyes are so small. It's just, when I try to use more than one color, I'm trying to learn some new looks, so my looks aren't always the same. And I'm not going totally back up into the crease. I'm just trying to add more of that red back in. This look isn't totally perfect. It's not totally coming out the way I want. I've had this look before, and it looked really good. And I'm just kind of, you know, you have your off days, but. So then I'm going to take a nice clean fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend that in more into the pink and the black. I just felt like the red wasn't showing up enough because I put the black covered it too much. And I don't think it looks too bad. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, you know, it's never perfect. It seems like when you're ready to do a look, you create it. Sometimes you just can't get it right. So I'm going to keep going in with the red. So I'm going to have this crazy look, and I'm going to be sitting at home. And hopefully on Valentine's Day, I can recreate this again or something similar. All right, that's how it is. I don't think it looks too bad. There is a little spot of black, and forgive me for this, but I'm just going to wipe that off a little bit because I went more further into that pretty pink, which I love. I love that pink. So I'm just going to kind of touch that up a little bit. Just a little, because the black went further than I meant to. So I'm just going to add a little bit more pink because I just want that bright pink to show up. And this just shows you can make mistakes with your makeup. You just have to move on and do your best to fix it. But it's, like I said before, it's best to do a little bit of product at a time, because as you can see, the black went a little further than I wanted it to. And black's a tough color to fix. So if this is the first time you've done makeup or even trying to recreate this look, I just suggest just take your time. Don't rush. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a flat edge brush. It's the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH51 brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the Morphe palette. And I think in my last look I used black. But I think, let's see, I'm going to go in with a bright purple. This might look a little crazy, but I'm just going to use a little bold color underneath. You can use black under here, which I did in my last look, but today I think I just want to add some purple. And I'm going to go across almost to the inner corner, but not quite. Purple is my absolute favorite color. Oh, guys, I think that looks really pretty. I love the purple. It's almost like that might be my signature color for my underneath my eyes, for my eyeliner. Under eyes, I just love the purple. All right, now that we're done with the purple, I think I'm going to go in with a little shimmer on my tear duct. You want to add just a little touch of that. I'm going to grab another brush. Let's see. I got my little brush in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Sorry I wasn't totally organized. Sometimes I just think about doing a look, and it's kind of at the last minute. So I'm going to go back in with the NikkieTutorial palette. And before I do the that color, I'm just going to spray my little brush. This is a... it's very small, very soft bristles. You can see how tiny it is. This is great for your tear duct. Just going to spray a little setting spray on it so I can pick up some glitter. Now, I don't want to go too away from this look, and because the pink is already there, I'm going to go in this color right here, Ivory. It's a little, it's a pinkish white. And I'm just going to dab a little bit into my tear duct right there to add a little extra shimmer. That's really, this is another really pretty shade. This is a really nice palette. There's not too much fallout in the pan, which I like. I don't like it when I'm trying to use eyeshadow and it just gets everywhere. Besides the palette, it just falls everywhere. But this palette is really nice. It's pretty affordable too. I think it was $30 or $40, which isn't really bad. Okay, that looks great, I think. Next thing I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna go in with my mascara. The mascara I'm gonna use today is Maybelline's Totaltemptation. This is in the black. And I'm gonna coat my lashes. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this mascara, sometimes you got to make sure you wipe off the tip because it does get a little clumpy. Do another coat. Now, as you know, I haven't got the hang of false lashes. One of these days, maybe I'll just have to practice till I get it right. But I hate to do it, even if I do it off camera, I don't want it to take too long because I'm just not used to putting them on. I always seem to have issues. I don't know if I don't let them dry enough or whatever, but I'm skipping the false lashes. There's tons of videos on how to do that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some blush. And the blush I'm using today is the Disney Milan Good Luck Charm from Colorpop. Now, this makeup blush, if I can show you, it's really, really pretty, but it does have a bit of shimmer in it. So I am not going to use highlighter. I'm just going to add some blush on my cheeks. The glitter does not show up once you put it on, as you can see, but I just think I'm going to just skip the highlighter today. I'm going to just add this blush. It's a really pretty peachy shade. And I'm not going to contour today. I'm just showing you this look to show that you can do a pretty Valentine's Day look. You don't have to use contour. You don't have to use highlighter if you don't want. But I was just showing you this look to show you that you can create this look without too much trouble. And you want to really make sure you blend that up and out like that. I really like this shade. It's pretty. It also comes, it was a limited edition, but it also came with a lipstick and it came in with an eyeshadow palette. But I just find it's a real pretty blush. It's not too overwhelming. It's light. It's really pretty. It's pigmented. Okay, now the next step I'm going to do, just picking up my brushes a little bit here, guys. And what I'm going to do now is my lips. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Colorpop Lippie pencil. And let's see, this is in the shade, oh, Bossy. This is what it is. This is one of my newer products. And we're just going to line our lips. Now, I have very thin lips on the top, so I do try to go a little bit above it, but to give my lips a little bit fuller looking. And this is a real pretty red. Valentine's Day, you gotta wear a red lipstick. I think it just suits it. It'll be perfect. Now what I did is I did get a Colorpop Lippie stick to go with the lip liner. And I believe this is in the color Songbird. It's a pretty pinkish red. And we're gonna add that. That color is really pretty. I really like that color. These go in really creamy and smooth. I suggest that you try them. They're pretty good. And the last step I'm going to do is it's from Flower. And this also is a lip gloss. It's flower and CBD. So it's infused with hemp-derived CBD, which is kind of cool. This is the first product I've ever seen with the CBD in it. And it's the same company that I use with my concealer. And if I mentioned in my previous videos, this is the Drew Barrymore's makeup line. So far, I really like it. I haven't had a chance to get any more of her products, but one of these days I'll get to that. I believe it's sold at Walgreens. No, not Walgreens, CVS. Because I looked at Walgreens, they don't carry it, but CVS does. And I don't know how new it is, but I really like it, and this is in the shade Chill Out Lip Glaze. I love the container. It's clear. I think it's kind of cute. I like it. And it's a nice lip gloss. You can see that. No fragrance really to it at all, which is fine. And I like the brush, and it's very creamy, and it just goes on really nice, and it's not sticky. Now, isn't that pretty? You can see it looks like it's like an orange color, but it also has some pinks and purples in there. So it's a really nice shimmer, as you can see. And of course, you know, I get some of the lipstick on the lip gloss. That's okay. It's light. And I love that there's shimmer in it. I know it's hard to see on this camera, but it's a really pretty shade. It does not go on like peachy. It's kind of clear. But I do love the shimmer, and it goes on nice. It's not sticky. It's really pretty. So if you haven't tried any Flower makeup, I suggest you go out to the store, grab a couple items, and try them out. And if you do, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Okay, guys, that's it for this look. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope if you recreate it, you can let me know. Post a picture. I'd love to see it. And that's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and have an awesome day, guys. Bye.